Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Wind Waker HD. We've just finished up our business at Forest Haven, saved Makar, got Ferora's Pearl, and now we're ready to set off. Before we set off, however, we do have a treasure chart treasure to pick up. You can see it right over there in the distance. So let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. About here-ish. Nice. I always love being able to do that without having to look at the map, because it can take a lot longer if you have to verify your position. It's like, oh no, I'm a little bit past it, I gotta turn around, but thankfully we were right on the target this time. And the treasure's gonna give us a piece of heart. Cool. Alright, so, now as I mentioned before, our next destination is gonna be up here, to the northwest. We're gonna make a couple stops along the way. They're actually very nicely placed. We're gonna stop in this square, one to the northwest, and then in this square, one square to the northwest of that. So we can basically just point ourselves in this direction, and we'll be heading off. So you can pretty much see an island in the distance. I think this is going to be where we're going. We're not actually going to make a stop on the island. We've actually just got a treasure chart treasure to pick up, and we'll also grab the fish while we're there, since we are doing something in that square. So thanks to the swift sail, it's approaching rather quickly. I'm not even going to bother doing editing at this point, because we're basically already there. As everything loads in, there is still a little bit of that. It doesn't, like I said before, I think I mentioned this before, it doesn't quite render everything. Some stuff it only bothers once you get in, basically like that 200 by 200 radius that you see on the map, where the island actually is. So let's go ahead and we'll have to put some bait on our hot bar real quick. We got plenty of it, so no big deal. Here you go, fish. Yep, so he gives us the chart and information. We're going to be doing this a lot, so I may be skipping some of the animations in the future. Not going to worry about it for right now. It's going to be just a couple of them on this trip. And he's going to give us our chart there. Now let's see what hint he gives. The golden set of triumph forks. I don't know. Good cutlery, I guess. Gold cutlery seems a little bit ostentatious, but apparently it's in that house. So this house right here, we actually know it, even though we haven't taken a good look at it yet. If we take a look, this is Private Oasis. This is actually the cabin that Miss Marie back on Windfall Island actually gave us the deed for. There we go, I couldn't think of the word. So we do actually have access to that house. However, there's nothing really for us to do in there at the moment. I guess there is a minigame we can play, but we'll take care of that later. So we do need to, I think I mentioned, grab a treasure chart treasure. We're actually going to be picking up treasure number 1, the very first one, not the first one we got, but the first one numerically. So it looks like it's actually back where I just came from. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that is roughly here-ish? Oh, not quite. All right, where am I? Oh, just past it a little bit. All right, so if we turn around and head sort of in this direction, just a tad. There it is. It can be a little tough when you're like right on top of it, but it still doesn't give it to you. You've got to be pretty accurate. Not exact, but actually pretty close. So this treasure chart is going to give us a whopping 200 rupees, which is nice. And that takes care of everything we need to do here. So like I said before, northwest. Again, take a look at the compass. Northwest is in this direction, even though none of those hands are pointing to the northwest. In fact, yep, there it is. We can see it on the map. Let's zoom back out a little bit there so we can get the overview. Go ahead and cut back in there real quick. You know, as a storm has rolled in. I like that transition, and the sky looks really good. I really like this cloud effect. It's very easy to get skyboxes wrong in games where it just looks like, you know, essentially just a flat texture like modeled on a dome or whatever. But those clouds, like, they look like they really have depth, and they're like, it's good. They move at different speeds. Like, it's pretty great. Okay, so this is the next area we're going to. I'm not going to bother again with stuff on the island. This isn't really even an island, so to speak. It's more of a, like a reef here that we can do something with later, but we're not going to worry about it for the time being. We are going to grab the fish, and then we're looking for, in this area, is going to be a submarine, like the one we got that bottle from before. So let's, nope, that's spoils. Get some bait back out here and feed the fish. Alright, and he fills out 6-Eye Reef for us here. You may notice it looks like a face of a die. Got a shop over there on Windfall Island. Hey, I've been there before. That's kind of a weird place to give me a hint about Windfall, but alright, I guess. Oh yeah, this is the thing that we, again, can't do anything with until later, but something to keep in mind. Outdoor shop's got a safe with all kinds of jewelry and stuff in it, so keep an eye on that later. No, we can't crack the safe or anything. It's not that kind of a hint. Alright, so, let's see. So we need to actually head to the southwest here. And this is a ship that's just going to shoot at us, but you don't need to worry about it. It's not really going to do anything. It can't possibly hit us at this speed. It didn't even get a shot off. So you may see the submarine out there in the distance. And some more lookouts that literally don't do anything. I'm not even sure why those guys are there. They just let me sail on by. And we can do another one of these. Alright, so this is just a combat thing. It's going to be one-on-one for a little while. We'll just poke him in the butt to wake him up. Oh, he's going to start blocking. Alright, let's do this the long way then. Alright, and you also may notice some various vases and barrels along the way. If those get broken, it'll usually let out some kind of other hazard, like those small things that'll latch onto you, or like a chew or something, you know, just a minor hazard that you'd have to deal with on top of this guy. Nope. I keep wanting to do a combo. I kind of wish that animation didn't happen. Like, yeah, it's funny and all, but like, I kind of just wanted to do a combo there. I didn't want to send him off, you know? Oh, I also, yeah, I should be getting these skull necklaces. I mentioned that before. Thankfully, I got an orb drop there. I'm not sure if that second guy did or not. Yep, okay, so I've gotten lucky, but I want to make sure that I grapple hook this guy first. Also, you notice that it does remove the necklace from him. He's not wearing it anymore, so that's kind of nice. Not every enemy has an effect like that. There we go. Kind of get to the side so we can combo without doing that animation. All right, and I think the third one's the final one. Yep, that'll drop the ladder and let us get to the chest. Let's go ahead and collect these orbs first, though. Get the skull necklaces. And some money. Not like we really need the money too much. But, you know, might as well collect everything since it's there. Alright, ladder at the other end is going to lead us to a chest up top, and this chest is going to contain... a heart piece. Sweet. So 2 more to complete another heart container. We're just moving right along on those, aren't we? Alright, so that's going to do it for this submarine. We can just back out. And like I said before, only 2 stops along the way. So right after this, we're going to head straight for our next destination, a couple squares to the west. Alright, we're pretty much here. We're rolling up on this island pretty fast. Looks like that's where we're going to need to go. Oh, hello. Didn't see that storm cloud there before. That might have been nice to see earlier. Oh, storm's rolling in. The music's sounding awfully sinister. What happened to this place? So this is Great Fish Isle, what was our destination, but it looks like this place has just been completely torn apart. Oh, we're too late, huh? Yeah, I guess this Ganon guy got tired of us getting to all the other islands first. Great water spirit named Jaboon once lived here. No relation to Jabu Jabu, of course. No sign of him remains. Oh, hello. Hey, look who it is. It is indeed the postman. Haven't seen this guy in a little while since we left Dragon Roost Island. By chance we are, in fact. So, obviously Jaboon can't be found here. Thanks for the information. I mean, I couldn't have gathered that myself or anything. Thankfully, Jaboon was able to flee the island before it was attacked in a safer abode. Guess where that abode may be. Well, I mean, there's, what, 49 map squares? I've got not a very good chance of guessing on my own, but apparently it's on Outset, of course. Should have been obvious, right? So it looks like we do need to set course for outset, but even if we were to return, we wouldn't be able to see him. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab. Repels all who try to pass it. Not even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in. Oh, so he leaked him, huh? Told him this tale without so much as a thought for the consequences. Careless postman. That's alright. You've helped us out a ton already. I can't be mad at you for anything. So apparently they've been last spotted on Windfall. They've retreated back to Windfall, but if we search for Jaboon, we better talk to the pirates on Windfall Island. Good. So remember this statement. Everywhere else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Remember that for the next, like, hour or so that we're going to be sailing around. This island's cursed, huh? Yeah, you can't tell us what to do. I appreciate the help, but I don't need your counsel, man. I'm the hero here, all right? He's going to fly off, and not too much to do around here. We are actually going to grab one thing, but... oh, hello. That guy looks interesting. We'll talk to him later. I know you're probably itching for me to get over there and talk to him, but that'll be for later. Oh, yeah, just wait and talk to me when I'm neck deep in water. You couldn't do it while I was on the beach. I have to stop here. So, yeah, skipped over the dialogue there, but I was just relieved that Jaboon was able to get away. Probably got word of the attack beforehand. We believe the words of the postman. The pirates know something about the cave. So, Windfall is our next destination. Cool. However, like I said, we are going to get something real quick. If we just go this way, you notice this little spiral rock over here. Not go too fast. It takes a while to stop if you're using that swift sail. So we can actually just hop out here and start climbing up this path. Lots of rain everywhere. Pretty nice effect. The storms look good in this game as well. Obviously, like, way even better now that it's the HD version. Alright, so it might be another opportunity to take out our telescope here, get a good look at the distance. If we look real close, you can see between these two islands right here, the one with all these trees and this one next to the beach, there's this tiny little alcove right here. It's hard to see, but we need to get there. So in order to do that, we're going to have to use our Deku Leaf. We'll have to move the wind into the correct direction. Thankfully, we still have control over that, even though it's a raging storm. Make sure to equip the Deku Leaf. Don't just jump off without it. Float over there. It looks like a pretty long gap, but again, you move very quickly when you've got the wind at your back here. And drop. Nice. So there's a chest within. One of these fancy chests, even. And that's going to give us another heart piece. Only one more to get yet another heart. Cool. Alright, so if we want, we could... It's probably better, too. It may take more time in the long run, but you move quicker through the air than you do while swimming, so... We'll just float on back over here. We can make it back through the water, but again, you just move so much quicker floating this way. You may be able to actually land in the boat. Oh, I'm out of magic, so maybe not. Alright, so that's all we needed to get there. So there's no more pit stops along the way now. If we take a look at our map, we need to head back to Windfall. It's not highlighted, but we can see it's just 2 to the northeast from here. There's no pit stops along the way this time. We're going to just be heading straight to the northeast. I'm going to have to turn here. Oh, wait, no, actually, that wasn't east. Right here. Yep, all right. So we're just making a direct path to Windfall, and you notice that it is going to keep storming, despite what the postman said. And also this music. Sort of a minor version, slightly altered of the sailing theme from before. Sounds pretty neat, but... Yep, that postman said everywhere is clear skies and calm seas, but you notice it has not stopped storming even after we've left this place, and it's not going to. Also, some more enemies are going to show up. These guys generally don't do too much. They will miss a lot, or otherwise just, like, not even have the time to turn around and attack you. Sometimes they'll just keep going alongside you. So there's Windfall in the distance. We'll just set a course for it. I guess I could have done some editing there, but we can show this shark enemy just completely whiffing every single time he tries to charge me. With the swift sail especially, it's pretty hard for him to keep up, so there he is. Try it again. Oh, so close. It's coming back. Oh, it's coming back for another try. And, oh, he actually got me. Yeah, well, that happens sometimes. I could have steered out of the way, but, you know, we got to give him his shot, right? Make him feel good. All right, you're not getting me again. Gave you year 1, but that's all you get. I'm at the island now. Leave me alone. Dude, we're literally at the island. Stop attacking me. What are you doing? You may also notice this right there. That's kind of interesting. It looks like a treasure chest that's sort of silhouetted. We will get that in due time. There's actually a treasure chart that we need to pick up here. There we go. Switch back over. It is going to be treasure chart number 18. This is actually the one that we picked up at the auction that started at 5 rupees. And the treasure is just right out here, so we should see a light. Yep, there it is. Oh, well, I guess we've got a scene first. We might just grab it on the way out. It's no big deal. Pirate ship stopped here to avoid drawing attention. Yeah, nobody noticed this gigantic pirate ship or anything. Yeah, probably true. I don't know. We were friends before, right? Like, it was a little rocky, but we were on pretty good terms, at least, until they flung me into the fortress, and then they all just thought I died, I guess. All right, so we're back on the island. Looks like we've got a letter to pick up. Might as well do so. It's not anything super important, but it'll stop this guy from wiggling around. So this is Orca. If you don't remember, he's the guy who taught us to sword fight. He wants us to find knight crests and return to him. And he's going to give us 20 rubies, I guess. That's nice, sure. All right, so, yeah, something to keep in mind. But again, we don't have a reliable way to get knight's crests at all right now, so we'll just have to remember it. So, this may involve a little bit of trial and error if you don't know exactly what you're supposed to do at this point. But this shop right here, you may notice, is actually the bomb shop. And that's something that we haven't done yet. So we can't, if I remember, yeah, if we try to go into the front door, we get this very rude message. So obviously something's going on. If we head around back here, we can make this little jump. So much faster than sidling along the wall. And we can actually climb up these vines. And you can see it's got a little back entrance. I imagine all kinds of stuff, like mice and everything, must be able to get in through that little hole up there. I knew something was going on in here. Man, they've got that guy thoroughly tied up. It's not just not just bound like hands and legs or anything. Like, he is completely wrapped in rope. I think he's not going anywhere. Yeah, so this guy, we didn't talk to him before. We never checked this place out, but I think we had the ability to buy bombs, but he charged you like some outrageous price that you could never get enough money for, even if you tried. A little bit of dialogue here. The minute I set eyes on that link, I knew he was hiding something. Oh, come on. First time he's shown such wit, such cunning. If you two got married and had a kid, hey now, respect your elders, like respect the chain of command, right? Yeah, I would never want that to happen. Oh, buddy. Just tell her how you feel, man. She won't reciprocate, but just tell her. You gotta do it. Alright, so they're trying to load up these bombs, it looks like. The second they're done loading them up, they're set sail for outset again. Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. Do that. I like that plan. I'm fine either way. Whatever you say is fine. Nothing. As you'd expect. They ain't gonna double-cross the boss, right? Senseless destruction. We have to hurry on to outside of the same thing could happen there. It's not good. At the same time, I want you to stay here so I can get there first, but like, if outset's gonna be destroyed. About that island and the treasure. Come on, man, have a heart. You should be worried about the island too. You know, the treasure. Ah, we've been spotted. But she plays along. Leave town tomorrow, you big babies. Oh, today's password. Remember the password. Today's password is Barnacle. Now, this password does change. I don't know what it's based on, like when it changes, but let's just say I played this a couple of hours ago and the password was treasure. So within like the same day, it has changed. So you can't just memorize it. They're going to make sure you got it. Today's password is Barnacle. And just for good measure, one more time. So remember that you have to spell it correctly. You even, I believe, need to have the capitalization correct. First letter capitalized, so. Whoa, hop into the fan, that was a little dangerous. Unfortunately, we also can't do anything to help this guy. The sword is not available. We can try to use it, but it'll just beep at us. And we can't speak to him or anything, so, well, see ya. Alright, well, now we got the password, so sneak out. That treasure is just taunting me over there, but I don't think our boat will actually let us leave until we take care of what we need to do here. So, obviously, the way to get on the ship is just to hop right over here. That'll let us get on. There's that catapult they used to fling us before. Now we can try to get in. The ship's only tooth is, and this is where you say the password. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but... trying to just hit start to finish, but enter it correctly and we can enter. And again, I think you do actually need the capitalization and everything too, so learning how to use the keyboard. Also, we can get this chance to sneak into Tetris Room. Couldn't do this before. Nothing really too interesting here, but a couple interesting pictures. That might look a little bit familiar. And also, yeah, I'll check that out. A couple other things. Just, you know, some more illustrations in this lamp that looks mysteriously like the town flower from Windfall. I guess a sea chart or something? That looks like a constellation. This weird globe thing. Also, this picture. I wonder if this is like Tetra's mother or something. You know, some family member that we don't get to meet, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. Nothing else to see, though. No treasure in there or anything. Okay, here we are again. Yeah, your old swabby. Yep, that's totally it, Nico. You got me. Back to being the bottom rung on the ladder, which is why I'm stuck here while everyone else is in town having fun and eating and, you know, having fun eating, surviving and stuff. So he's gonna give us another test. I don't really know why we need to do this, but it's in the game, so last time we pressed the platforms, pressed the switch, platforms rose up. This time there aren't any, so we have to jump from one rope to the next rope. Not even gonna show us how this time. Put a gate on the door, what'd you do that for? So, yep, there's your time limit. Not platforms won't disappear, but the gate will close. So if we can get over there, he'll give us the bombs. That's awfully convenient. And he also has a lot of faith in us because he just locks himself in that room. I mean, we could just turn around, but... Alright, so open the gate. We gotta get over there and get the bombs, of course. So we have to do a little bit of platforming here. This can actually be somewhat annoying. It does help that you can reposition yourself while swinging, but when you're in a situation like this, you need to stop in order to drop down on the rope. So what I like to do here is swing. You need to make sure you swing at least like 3 times before you get up to full speed. And then I like to wait for that back rope to move into position. For some reason, it swings like all the way over here. I'm not sure how that's doing that physically. So let's just reposition ourselves again. I know you can do that while swinging, but in order to climb down on the rope, you do actually have to stop. So we'll line ourselves up here and grab that. Make sure we're back down at the bottom again to get maximum arc. And don't try to get cute here. Don't try to do it on like 2 swings or something. You do need basically all of them to get to the next rope. We've got time, so we'll just wait. And there we go. First try again. Yeah, well, you know. I've never even passed this. How did he get over here then? He clearly made it to this platform. Did he just jump up from the bottom? Like, that's some pretty crazy hops. You're the best swabby of all time. So, nah, just give me the bomb. Don't worry about repercussions. Just give me the bombs, man. Oh, okay. Well, or we could just roll into the chest first. Let's open it, though. All right, so we got some bombs we can carry up to 30. Using bombs while on your boat gives you a mighty cannon you can use to fight off seagoing enemies. That's also pretty important for a couple things later on. Oh. Yeah, forget about the stone that we had. Apparently we still had that, and Tetra never tried to contact us after the fortress. Like, just assumed we were dead. Like, I'm not even gonna bother. He's dead for sure. Hey, look, it's got me this far, all right? Look, that was don't even tell me that that was not intentional. You meant for me to have those bombs. So right now, Jaboon's hiding in a cave at the back of the island you were born on. For someone who doesn't want me to get this treasure, she sure is helping me out a lot. The entrance is blocked by a giant stone doorway. You can't get in without breaking down the door. Yep, guess so. If you say so. Despite what she says, don't worry about it. You can take your time, and we're going to. So you don't have to do it quickly or anything. Yeah, lucky me. I get to get a pirate tell me about how dumb I am all the time. That's lucky me, right? Alright, so just for good measure, let's go ahead and lock Nico in here, and then we can leave. Managed to roll up the stairs. Sometimes you just bonk into the stairs if you try that, so got a little lucky. Alright, so now that Nico is locked in a prison of his own making, we can basically, we're free to leave at this point now. We've picked up the bombs, and that's basically all we needed to get to the treasure at outset. Of course, there's tons of things we need to do in the meantime. This is actually going to be a fairly lengthy side endeavor. Got another letter, it looks like. We're going to be stopping by a lot of places to get a lot of things. Upgrades, heart pieces, treasure charts, chests, all sorts of things. Alright, so this letter is a notice from Beetle's shop ship. It's time for our semi-annual Big Chance Extravaganza. New products burst onto the scene, bombs. So, he's selling bombs now. He's also going to give us this chart, offered not available in all regions. He's going to give us the Beetle's chart. Now we can find all of the ships. So, marginally useful, but Beetle is usually around when you need him. So, you know, you don't have to search too far. Before we leave, I am going to pick up that treasure, or... Would you let me, like, climb in before we talk? Like, I'm just floating here. So if what the girl says is true, the pirates won't be leaving until the morning. We have to get the pearl before they arrive. Again, they hype up this whole, you need to be quick, but you don't at all. Alright, so before we leave, I'm getting that treasure now. Just right over here. A little fast. Nice. And that has 50 rupees. So if you don't remember how many rupees we paid for this, it was more than 50. If I'm not mistaken, the 50 rupee thing is actually a change from the original version. I think in the original version, that chest had a green rupee. That's right, 1 rupee for your troubles. So I guess they decided to make it a little bit less insulting. So I think this is actually a good place to leave it off. Like I said, we've got a pretty long side trekking section that's going to be coming up. So I think it's probably best that we just save that for the next part. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.